Hi everyone, I'm Chuck McLennan for Buick Know-How. You know, since the Great American Road belongs to Buick, let's go for a cruise on the Information Superhighway for a peek at how a future Buick Know-How might be presented. Come on. Okay, we'll just put in the password and we're in. Well, it's that easy. Now I'll just kick back and do a little surfing. We've got some hot topics here. Check them out. New features, just did a program on that. Service information, it's always good. ASE test schedules, just passed mine. And tool of the month. Let's see what's up in the service information area. The service information page covers body, engine, transmission, brakes, and air conditioning. Let's try air conditioning. AC update. Looks like a lot. So let's get going. I'll try Park Avenue. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Let's see what's up with this buzz or rattle. In this first segment of the program, I'll cover 96 Park Avenue air conditioning compressor noise concerns. I'll discuss a buzz or rattle type noise I just selected. The buzz or rattle sound can be heard from the right side of the engine compartment whenever the air conditioning is running. Since the noise only occurs when the system operates, the compressor is blamed, and frequently a normal compressor is replaced. Failing compressors typically produce a loud grinding or whining noise that's localized at the compressor. Our buzz or rattle noise is not that loud. Each compressor piston stroke discharges a pulse of refrigerant through the system. The pulses of refrigerant in turn vibrate the lines and hoses. We can hear the noise with this microphone. Retaining clips keep the vibrating lines or hoses away from the body structure. Check these clips. A failed clip can let a line vibrate against the body sheet metal, making a buzz or rattle noise. The lines are made from a relatively soft aluminum, so minor movements can be made to reposition them away from the sheet metal without disturbing the seals. The HVAC module is another area that should be carefully checked. Lines that touch the HVAC module create noise inside the vehicle. To eliminate this noise, make sure the retainers are holding the lines away from the module. Thank you for reviewing the buzz or rattle noise segment. Click on Previous for more Park Avenue AC concerns. In this next segment, I'll cover another compressor noise. I selected the rattle or moan type noise on the 96 Park Avenue. The customer concern is a rattle or moan type noise that's heard whenever the air conditioning is running. Because it occurs when the air conditioning is operating, your first inclination would be to suspect the compressor. Unfortunately, many technicians are doing just that and replacing good compressors. The noise often goes away with the new compressor. The answer is almost too simple. Remove the compressor from the bracket. Buick service engineers have found that some of these bolts are too short, meaning they can't be torqued properly. So, install longer bolts and torque them to 100 Newton meters or 74 pound-feet. Torque the bracket nuts to 50 Newton meters or 37 pound-feet. Thank you for reviewing this rattle or moan noise segment. Click Previous for more Park Avenue AC concerns, or click Home for other choices. And here we are. So I'll start with the compressor holding fixture, and boom. Welcome to Know How's Tool of the Month site. This site is entirely devoted to air conditioning tools, some new and some you may have forgotten about. The tool that you have selected to view is the new compressor holding fixture. Suppose you have a customer's Park Avenue that, for example, needs a new compressor clutch bearing. The new V5 compressor's direct mount design is different from other V5s. That's where the new holding fixture comes in. The new compressor holding fixture is designed to be clamped in a vise like this. With the compressor bolted to the fixture, perform the repair. Thank you for viewing this Tool of the Month segment. Roadmaster, compressor, noise. Moan at idle and 1500 RPM. In this next segment, we'll take a look at compressor noise concerns for 91 to 93 Roadmasters. Owners report hearing a moan noise at idle and at about 1500 RPM with the air conditioning running. Noise that occurs at these two engine speeds is likely to be caused by a loose accessory mount. Two other possibilities are insufficient compressor lubrication or grounded AC lines. Because the noise on this car can come from several sources, you'll have to eliminate each possibility until the noise is gone. Start by torquing all accessory mounting bolts to specification. These bolts are pretty tight. I don't think that's it. Carefully inspect all lines and hoses to see if they're touching the sheet metal. If there are clips, make sure that the clips are holding the lines properly. Then reposition the line or hose away from the body. Don't forget the condenser. This is a big item, and any vibration here can cause a lot of noise. This condenser isn't loose, but you should always make sure the mounts are in good shape. After that, you should start the engine and check the system's charge. An insufficient refrigerant charge doesn't carry enough refrigerant oil through the system for proper compressor lubrication. This car has a full charge. If it didn't have a full charge, the compressor would make a lot of noise and eventually fail. If you haven't found anything, install an inertia ring damper pulley. This damper has different shock absorbing characteristics. Remove the existing damper and install the new inertia damper. If the new inertia ring damper doesn't fully quiet the noise, look at the compressor manifold and hose assembly. The hose should be marked GY for Goodyear. Goodyear hoses have flex characteristics that dampen AC compressor pulses. If it's not marked GY, replace it. Thank you for viewing the Roadmaster Noise Concern segment. Let's see what's up with the PureGuard monitor. In this segment, We'll see what the PureGuard system is and how to install one. Many R12 vehicles are being recharged with unpure, contaminated refrigerant. Propane is one contaminant you really need to watch out for. Propane can explode in a collision, and it can be equally dangerous in your service bay. That's why Buick made the PureGuard system an essential tool. The system electronically tests the refrigerant as it's removed from the vehicle. If the PureGuard detects any contaminants, it immediately halts the recovery process. Installing a PureGuard unit is really pretty simple. Clamp the PureGuard unit to the top of the ACR3. Remove the contaminated refrigerant recovery port cap and strap so you can remove the back cover of the PureGuard instrument. Connect a gauge set center hose to the low vehicle port. Connect the blue hose to the PureGuard's low RR port. If your ACR3 unit has a side inlet port, use a 36-inch blue hose. Slide the shrink tube onto the blue hose and connect it to the ACR3. Use a heat gun to shrink the tube securely onto the fitting. This helps prevent someone from accidentally unscrewing the wrong hose. Leave the high vehicle and high RR ports capped. Plug the ACR3's 110-volt cord into the back of the PureGuard unit. Coil up the cord and wrap it with electrical tape so that it will fit inside the PureGuard unit. Reinstall the back cover. Reinstall the cap and strap on the contaminated refrigerant recovery port. When you're finished, your ACR3 unit will look like this one. Thank you for viewing the PureGuard system installation. Now, click on Previous to go back to the Tools site. This segment covers a tool you may already be familiar with. I'm talking about the tracer die and injector kit. If you have trouble locating refrigerant leaks, even with the halogen leak detector, you may want to try tinting the refrigerant with a fluorescent dye. For R12 systems, use the R12 injector and tracer die. For R134A systems, use the R134A injector and tracer die. The two types of die are different and they're not interchangeable. Just pour the die into the injector and refit the plunger. Jiggle the plunger to remove the air from the injector. The injector has a one-way check valve. So, installing the injector to the AC low side fitting doesn't present a problem. Go ahead and inject the die. Now finding small leaks is easier. Evaporator leaks can be difficult and time-consuming to find. Using the die kit, you don't have to disassemble anything. Just turn on the AC system. If there is a leak, the condensation will carry the die out of the HVAC drain tube where you can see it with a strong black light. Thank you for watching this tool segment. Click on Home to try another site. Now I'll click on the HVAC button. The following segment concerns a Park Avenue HVAC whistle noise. The system makes a whistling noise whenever it comes off of full hot. Like that. Let's look inside an air distribution module to see where this noise occurs. In full hot, the passenger temperature mix valve is closed. When the command comes down the line to open the valve, the passenger temperature mix valve may come off its seat unevenly, momentarily causing a whistle noise. There is a three-step fix. Trim about 12 millimeters off of this corner. This allows a small amount of air to pass through the valve, even when it's in the full hot position. Next, apply Dow Corning 3 valve lubricant and sealant to the outer edges of the baffles. Then, if you don't see foam tape here, add a piece. These three steps get rid of about 70% of the noise. Of course, there's always going to be some noise when air is forced through a ductwork system. That completes the Park Avenue HVAC concern segment. I'm going to try the 93 to 96 Buicks area. This next segment concerns all 93 to 96 Buicks. Customers in hot, humid climates are commenting on a strong odor that comes from the air conditioning ducts when the system is turned on. Let's take a look inside. In this dark and humid environment, microbial growth forms on the evaporator. This concern has a two-part repair. Use this deodorizing aerosol kit to eliminate the growth. Then, install an AC delayed blower control module. Before using the deodorizing aerosol kit, inspect the HVAC drain for obstructions. It must be open like this one. The deodorizing kit eliminates the microbial growth. On 93 to 96 Buicks with manual systems, remove the blower resistor to access the evaporator. On Buicks with an automatic system, remove the blower module. Cover the opening with a large piece of tape. Duct tape works well. Pierce the tape to fit the spray tube. This prevents the spray from escaping. Then, spray the evaporator. Now, install the AC delayed blower control module using the wiring diagrams in the know-how manual. Thank you for viewing this segment on HVAC odor, evaporator cleaning, and AC delayed blower control module installation. Click on the HVAC Reduced Heat button. This next segment covers reduced heater airflow concerns for 95 Rivieras. Little or no heater airflow from these ducts is usually a sign that this panel was installed incorrectly, either during assembly or from a previous repair. Let's verify this concern before we start dismantling everything. I'll have to hop in to do that. Press manual heater mode and adjust the temperature to 90 degrees. And then manually set the blower to high. If you don't feel any airflow from this area, the heater duct that's built into the top of the sound insulator could be crushed, blocking airflow. If air is blowing freely from the other floor duct, remove the sound insulator panel. If the heater duct is crushed, reshape it. Then, fit the seal back on the duct inlet. When you put it back together, remember to install the lamp. Here's the real trick. Pull the intermediate heater duct back as far as you can. Reposition the aspirator hose if it gets in the way. Then, push the sound insulator as far forward as you can. You may need to finesse this connection to get them to line up just right. When you do, check the airflow again. You should feel a significant improvement. Thank you for viewing this Riviera segment. Click on the Home Page button if you want to review anything or to check out other topics of interest. Well, that's our program. I hope you enjoyed the internet-style presentation. You never know what new technology looms on the horizon. But whatever happens, you can bank on the fact that your Buick customers will be coming to you for their climate control concerns. This is Chuck McLennan for Buick Know-How. See you next time.